backwards. I need to buy a kiln so I can stop doing this shit. All of this instead of a kiln. I hope you realize how fucking difficult this is with one person. Don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. No, I was afraid of that. Okay. Here's a question. How the fuck do I get that out of there? Ow, ow, ow. Oh my god. Oh, stop. Oh, fuck. Please just hold it. Hold it somehow. Yes. Sweet. Zero. Oh. Take a look at the shadow if you can see it. It doesn't seem to be moving much, which is kind of surprising. Did you see that it heated back up? I would love to suspend this for a while instead of holding it, but maybe vertically in the vise, that'd be okay. So, I realized this morning that I have to take this close to finished dimension before heat treat because I'm doing a bunch of engraving in the blade and I can't engrave after heat treat, so it needs to be thin enough that I can just take down the edge thickness and have a bit of a convex and do some annoying hand sanding and have the weight that I want. If I can't do that, I'll just have to do the bulk of the engraving before heat treat. I'm gonna take it as thin as I'm comfortable, and then, you know, like soften the middle and engrave it afterwards. But that'll be absolutely fucking painstaking. So I want to avoid that if I can. This is a trick I picked up from my boy Ian. Glue sticks, like hot glue stick. I think this is hot glue sticks. I'm going to glue this sword down with hot glue because I don't have this much pitch, and this is cheaper. Oh my, okay, alright, this isn't working, help, someone help. Oh Jesus, oh God, it's holy, okay, I should have set this out better. Get off of there. How am I gonna unstick this? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is the worst. Ian, what do I do? Okay, so it's awful, but not like disgustingly awful. Why did I should not have done it like this. So now I can just sort of do this, right? Ugh. I should have just used pitch. Oh, it's my clothes. Oh. If that drips on my advice, I'll be upset. If it burns my fingers, I'll be okay. I'm not very good at this yet. Did I really need to film all this? No. 4 minutes of fucking painting on shit. Fuck. So, I asked on my Instagram story what the best way to remove hot glue would be, and a lot of people said heat gun, hair dryer, that kind of thing. But I don't have. A lot of people said just peel. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, oh no. Oh, that's, oh. Whoever's idea it was to use hot glue was a douchebag. Because I took a grinder to this and it just like smeared and like gooeyed it into the surface. So what I'm gonna do is put some of this, whatever it's called, tape on it. Aluminum tape? Is this aluminum tape? It's for ducts. Why does everything have to be sticky? Oh, it's on my knife. No. Okay, good enough. Time to do it all again. Yeah, that's cool. I want it deeper. Motherfucker, can you even see? Oh, I have a viewfinder. You cannot see. Shit. It's soft as fuck. I'm gonna bend the shit out of it if I just yank it up.
Yup.
Oh, come on. You suck.
You got a grinder.
I do, but...
Oh. You fucking... That shit is sticky as hell.
It's less sticky than the hot glue that it would be stuck to it.
It's hot glue. Why didn't you just hot glue it and then heat up the...
You don't understand. It's so fucking sticky. This side still has hot glue on it. We are buying more pitch. Instead, we are tossing all of that hot glue and buying more pitch. Are you serious? I thought that would work better than that. I have an idea. If that and the tacks at the back don't hold it, nothing will. I don't like this game. I know it looks like I'm not pushing because it's not moving, but oh my God! It's supposed to loosen. There we go. Boom! Ha 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 ha. Want a valve? It's probably a fucking nice valve. It is a nice valve. Too bad we can't leave it right here. I made the silly mistake of thinking that Googling how many gallons will fit in a cylinder this size would give me an accurate answer. Because there's no way that this is going to fill that. Wait a minute. There you go. Oh my God. Oh, you're cooked, dude. Yeah, there's no fucking way. Not even a tiny chance. Yeah, that's fucking not good. That was $250 of oil. That's enough to quench half of this sword. Whoa! Slow. I can't exactly see it. Now, perfect. Alright, stop. This man can't be full. It's full. That, no. What do you mean that, no? That's a 5-gallon bucket. All of that oil came from in there. Mm-hmm. How did it not fit in there? Well, almost all of it. But then we poured that in there. Because I'm about to have to pour it into there.
Well, you should probably poured it into there with the pouring thing. Just pour it right into there.
We'll get that lid off then.
Damn!
You want to find out why I didn't put it in there? I wonder why it is you don't trust my judgment sometimes.
It's not that I don't trust your judgment.
Are you sure? Yeah. There's not much left in there, right?
So, no, there's not much left in there, but you're going to have to pour it very slowly.
Well, I can't see. I don't know.
Well, it's pouring very slowly at the moment. So up.
Okay. All right. Parks 50.
Yes.
AAA.
Nothing.
Nothing. You may be wondering, what the hell am I doing? Well, you see, I want to protect the engraving from the hardening so that if I need to, I can clean the engraving and make it deeper after heat treat. That will not be possible if it is hard. So I'm putting this baling wire, or the safety wire, in these X marks to hopefully hold Satanite, to shield it from the hardening. Or I'll just leave it like this and call it done, because that's great. It's got serrations for a sawing effect. I need a stick. Okay, this is more Satanite than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'm not going for a visible hardening line. In fact, it'd be ideal if there was no visible hardening line. I think that might be too thick. 1075 having some manganese in it makes it not very susceptible to hardening lines like this, being that the manganese content allows it to be through hardening. So any hardening that it does it'll have time to harden fully transform into martensite, because the quench window is wide. And I am aware that in applying this, it's going to warp. But it was going to warp anyway, because of the engraving that I just did. The engraving interrupts the linear grain, and the engraving is like in completely opposing directions to the length of the blade, so it's going to warp a little bit. But since the engraving is more or less symmetrical on both sides, it's not really a problem. Engraving that has inlay, silver or gold inlay, those metals expand and contract differently. So as it's quenched, they are liable to warp in a particular direction. Since it's engraved and there's material missing from the physical boundaries of the sword, it will move. But hopefully it'll move relatively equally in both directions. The wax showed up. I have to cast the guard in two pieces, as much as I don't want to, because if I cast a solid guard out of bronze, it'll weigh more by itself than the entire sword should weigh when it's done. I should stand on this side. Here's my blade. I don't want to quench this blade in that tiny ass tube. One, there's a lot of surface area on this blade. Two, I'm not confident with the small amount of volume that's in that tube that the edges will harden sufficiently. I'm fairly confident that the center will stay soft, but since I want to quench in the large quench tank I just welded up, I'm gonna need more oil. Before that arrives on Tuesday, today is Friday. I'm going to take this block of wax, carve a guard, drive to Ian's, cast the guard, come back, make the rest of the guard, quench it, fit the guard. I've never worked with wax before. I've done some layout. I'm kind of just gonna wing it, so wish me luck. Question is, do I cut this in half before or after I've shaped it? Because I need to shape it, cut it in half, and then hollow out the inside. I'm gonna have to grind it in halves anyway, but there's more to hold on to if... I don't know what I'm doing. This is weird. I get the feeling that I should save as much of this wax as I can, but it wasn't expensive, so maybe that's bullshit. I also do not know if I should be trying to grind this with a sharp belt or an old belt. So that also we're going to find out. I still don't know if it's better with a... It's asymmetrical, not my favorite. I don't know if you can tell, but one of the sides has a more consistent radius, and I'm leaning towards the side that doesn't have the consistent radius because compound curves are cool. Just fucking stop talking and just work. I suppose it's not a big deal if I need to make these whole again, because I can just rub them together really hard and they'll melt back into one, as long as I can keep the alignment right. So I cut these in half, right? I cut it like this, and I flipped one over to see how far off I was symmetrically. It turns out if I line them up 1 to 1, they are the same. There's a portion right here where I can catch a fingernail, but aside from that, they are actually, I eyeballed on the grinder where never mind, it's fine. That's so funny to me. It's like, oh, what kind of steel you been grinding lately? Oh, you know, stainless. That's a rag on production people. Fuck them. Okay, so I'm just experimenting here, but I'm wondering if the best way to control surface finish is just to... I mean, no, that kind of sucks. Never mind. Maybe at a higher grit that'll work, but it kind of just made it wrinkly looking. Which is kind of a neat texture. I'll keep that in mind that I can do that. So I cut this in half, right? Bam! And I was about to cut out the middle, and like, you can see my scribe lines there and there. Why did I cut this in half if I'm making a separate top plate? I could have just hollowed this out like this and put my hole in the bottom. Why did I do this, just to make it easier to carve out the middle? Or am I stupid? Because right now I'm thinking I might be stupid. But I'm gonna carry, since I've cut it in half, I might hollow this out and then stick it back together to cast it. We'll see. I'm going to try using a knife, and if that ends up being stupid, then I will use more extreme measures. No, that's going to suck. I'm not going to be able to save it anyway. Ooh, I have a terrible idea. Nice, I love it when that happens. Do not ever, 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 ever do what you're about to see me do. Okay, hold on. Right. Don't ever, 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 ever do that. Oh, shit. So, while I was looking for my other die grinder bits, I managed to find this bit for the Dremel. It's a real toothy, serrated sort of thing. I think it's for wood, so wax should be just fine. Let's find out. Okay, well that's not as effective as I was hoping. Damn it! What the hell are you supposed to use for this? I have another bad idea. Follow me. Is that working at all? Alright. I have another bad idea. So, funny story. Silas saw me standing there at the drill press doing this forever with the end mill before telling me that he had this. And then bragged that he has a drill bit for everything, or a Dremel bit for everything. So This is actually way better. Ugh. I don't like this stuff. Okay. Fair enough.
What's it called?
Look who I found.
That's sick. I did not recognize the camera. I was very confused. This is just to tack it together.
Tack it.
Yeah. Just so that it doesn't fall apart while we blend the seam.
While you blend the seam.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, you'll earn a commission on this.
Oh, it's on my leg.
You know, some people find it sexy when you burn finger wax on it.
That's not me.
Oh.
I'm not going to worry about getting this like perfect because if you're going to grind it afterwards, this is just to make sure the bronze doesn't seep in between the two pieces.
It's very rare that I get to be the camera guy.
I'm very jealous because I would love to be the camera guy.
It's perfectly aligned, right?
I hope so.
Me too.
If it's not, then that's your problem.
Okay.
Don't have to, but I'm just going to make sure that it's not open. The last thing you want is like investment crumpling and falling into your piece and then you grind into it and you got a bunch of porosity.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh my goodness.
What?
No, nothing. I can't even zoom in. Look how far away that thing is. That's ridiculous.
Hey, creativity is born out of obstacles.
So is a pain in my ass.
Alright, let's do the investment. Let's invest our dollars.
Too late. Oh, nice silhouette shot. Don't move. No, I mean you can move. So why should you use the other flask? Just to have more room?
Yeah, because it's really close. This is going to be sketched.
No, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna get your what?
My dust mask, I don't want to die.
Oh. See, there's no risk of dying if I make him do everything. That's so dramatic. This is like a modern art piece. I like it.
Welcome back.
Ian, get your feet out of the frame. This is a modern art piece. There it is.
This is a carcinogen. You don't want to stand here. You don't want to stand here.
I will stand right here and you can't stop me.
The rest are made out of wax.
So what I'm going for is like a pancake batter. So I'll start out by sifting a bunch in, and this feels about right already, so that's good. You want to try to mix it under the surface so you're not introducing a bunch of oxygen. And so yeah, whenever it's like sticking to your hand like that, you're pretty much ready for this specific type. And this is a satin cast. I forget the number, but it's a satin cast investment. So it's what a lot of jewelers use. May not be the best thing for sword parts, but I've used it since college, and yeah, it mixes up really nice. Now I'm going to run to the workshop after I rinse my hand off.
That means I'm gonna run and find it.
Yeah. Now we can take it and go down here and boil the porosity out. So we gotta move because this stuff is actively curing.
All right, let's go then.
Gonna place that right there. Take a little bit of water, wet the base of our vacuum thing there. And now if we did this right, should be able to turn this on and it should suck all the air out. That run for like That's the trick of this, because you don't want air voids over here.
Yeah. Oh, is that why it's squishy? So you can like make it into a funnel?
Yeah. All right, now we're going to vacuum this for like 2 minutes.
For like 2 minutes or for 2 minutes?
For like 2 minutes. It's not an exact, it's a little bit of like an art, you know?
Good, well put.
All right, I think that should be good. Place it in the designated spot for curing stuff.
Okay, man.
I'm so happy it's not seeping out of the edges. That was my biggest fear with how it's canted sideways, because I was worried that it might be, you know, it might seep out at the bottom, and then we end up with like you just said, investment everywhere.
It's a good thing I did such a good job pulling that tape, huh?
It's a very good job. Going.
Gone.
That's good.
Hey,
Whoa.
science.
It's still hot, okay?
Don't reach my hand in there.
Don't reach your hand in there.
Okay.
Don't get tempted.
Can I drink the water?
No. It's silica. It can kill you. Careful, this is when we pop. I think you're good.
I think so too. Voila.
How thick was it down there, do you know?
Thick enough to not come all the way through.
Right, okay.
But that's the only one, I think. No, there's one up to the top here.
So there's like these tiny things. And then the only other one that might show up, but that is like. Aw, there's porosity on the inside!
Looks like a goblet.
Yeah, it's a drinking vessel.
It doesn't exactly hold water.
Dang.
I feel like this is the worst footage you will ever see.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You should see the rest of the footage. I hope I didn't just mix AAA and 50.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Whew. All right, slowly up. Beautiful.
Okay, now it's time to cut the sprue off.
What the fuck happened to the ISO? What? What? What the fuck? What the hell is going on? Is that even in focus? Yes. Why is it so grainy? The depth of field is different at different... I'm so confused.
I did make this tool just to do this one thing. And I honestly don't even need much. I just need a tiny little lip. But it's giving me lip. Ah, funny. So I'm constructing this a little bit like a Kashira, or Fuchi rather. Obviously it's a little bit different. Or I'm awesome and I just can pull it off first try. That works too. That's pretty neat. Nice. Do not bring the mountain to Muhammad. Bring Muhammad to the mountain.
Viewfinder. No, fuck no. I'm undecided on whether or not I'm going to texture this bottom region, but in either case I'm going to want to do the other side first and then see. But that looks pretty neat, I think. Pro tip: need to engrave the other side of something, but you have engraving on the first side, cover it in tape before you put it in the pitch bowl. And then it won't get all up inside the thing. You just peel off the tape and there you have it. I'm not going to show you too much more engraving because Addison gets upset when there's a ton of the same footage. But I was using yesterday. Slow down. I engraved the other side yesterday. Right, never mind. And it was just murder on the gravers because this is harder than really soft. So what I've done is I've taken a blank and brazed a little piece of drill bit in there. I drilled a hole with a drill bit and then snapped it off. You know, ground my V-graver shape, and this works so much better. Obviously, it still doesn't touch the edge because it's, I don't know, 60 HRC, maybe between like 58 and 60. Oh, it is fucking beautiful. Oh shit, no way. This is a change I should have made to my bench peg a long time ago. That goes in there, and when it's now, I don't know why I haven't done that. Maybe because I'm fucking stupid. That's possible. Didn't think of that. Ah, there it is. This is gonna be a long clip, Addison. I'm gonna just let this one roll. I'm gonna let this one roll. Oh, now where the fuck? Come on, you son of a bitch. No! No! Yeah. Ah. Fine. Be that way. Okay. This is my little eagle, and you can see these talons are going to be way too small to inlay, so maybe you can see what I've done there. But that'll have a nice effect, I think, having the claws hanging off the top of the surface. But I need to dome this now, because this is flat, and that isn't. This needs to be... Why are we all fuzzy? Look at that, it's heavenly. Mistake happened. This is not even close to being to the right shape. And since you can't forge bronze, it cracked. I need to seriously think about this. I don't know what to do. This kind of needs to be bronze, but any other alloy of bronze and it's gonna look wrong. That was a pain in the ass. It's not even funny how much of a pain in the ass that was, and you can't even fucking see. There, it's scratched out. Just leave me alone, alright? You may be wondering why I'm making this waffle press, what do you call it? I don't know. Why I'm making this grid. And it's just to keep track of depth. As I'm cutting, I started cutting my outline up here and I realized, hey, wait a minute. I'll have no idea how deep I'm going if I just start cutting. Because I won't be able to see anything because of the reflection. But if you carve a grid and then you start removing the surface of that grid with a flat chisel, when you hit the bottom of all the marks, you know that you're at a consistent depth, as long as your cuts are all the same depth. It's also excellent practice for making straight lines. I'm going to have to go really deep with this anyway, because this eagle, wherever it went, does not fit perfectly to the surface, so I'm just going to have to cut super deep and make it fit. I don't know. Yep, this is where I'll be. Did I just make a specific graver just to hog this material? Yes. Sue me. Look at these chips though. That's like a lot of bronze in one go. Get off my finger, thank you. Well, the outline looks good. That's all that matters. Would have been funny. This may be the single biggest piece of inlay I've ever done. Conveniently made a little block that has a contour in it. So I'm going to try cracking that bitch in there. Shit. Oh. Okay. I guess I'm not done. Look at that. He's coming, he's forming. Oh my god, the pitch bowl is too heavy. Yes, I lost the tip of the wing. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Probably. Ready? Hey bro, cut the line, I'm trying! What the fuck are you doing? Something's weird about this graver.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't work anymore. Okay, go.
Am I even? Yeah. Right side of the hammer. Okay. This is dumb. I can't see.
Okay.
This thing's fucking heavy. If I'm super quick with this texturing, I could be done tonight. I was working on something else earlier, but the thought of being done with this tonight kind of excites me. I just have a little hole in my pitch bowl, by the way, with a glove on it, so that I don't have to set this in pitch every time I want to texture a section. It works okay. I really want a sandbag. There was something in one of Ford Hallam's videos that he said. He was texturing a background or something, and he goes, you don't want a flat texture because texture is wallpaper. And of course he was using a tiny texturing tool and like doing this section, and then he would look at it, and then he would do this section, and then he would, like, you know, do that for the entire face of Itsuba. And it was like, texturing something evenly without it being obvious that you've used a texturing punch and just gone blah, 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 blah. That would be wallpaper. But texturing something evenly is maybe not a skill, but it takes an eye that I think is important. Because you can't just make wallpaper, because then Mr. Hallam would be right. I don't think Mr. Hallam gives texture enough credit. Not that he doesn't know how to utilize texture, I just think he's kind of misleading in the way he talks about it. Clamping a blade in a vise. What's the scariest part? Oh, and now I've dirtied it again. Great.